During the past 15 years, Secutex lifting slings and lifting slings with protective sleeves have become an independent product group among lifting accessories. Heinz Franke developed the coating for lifting slings and protective sleeves in 1979. That was the birth of Secutex. The foundation of Spanset Secutex in 1982 was the natural progression. An edge is a sharp edge if its radius is smaller than or equal to the thickness of the lifting device. This 5-mark coin has a radius of 15 millimeters. For a 10 millimeter rope, the edge is not sharp. For a 10 millimeter steel chain, the edge is not sharp. For a 16 millimeter rope, the edge is sharp. Sharp edges are dangerous. In the case of the single lifting belt, the strain of the lifting sling is equal to the weight of the load. A symmetrically strained double sling. The forces caused by the load alter with the angles of the lifting slings. Here, less than 45 degrees. The forces acting on each belt diminish up to an angle of 45 degrees. If the angle is 60 degrees, the forces acting on each belt are as high as the force acting on the single belt shown before. If the angle is greater than 60 degrees, the resulting forces are higher than the weight of the load. You determine the inclination like this. Therefore, angles greater than 60 degrees are not allowed. You can reduce the angle by using a crossbeam. Remember, the weight of the load is not always equal to the forces acting on the lifting device. Spanset's knowledge of weaving adds to the experience of Secutex with coatings. Today, Spanset Secutex is market leader for coated lifting slings and protective sleeves. Due to the close contact with its clients, Secutex knows about the requirements of their products. Secutex coated lifting slings are extremely wear and cut resistant. The protective Secutex coating forms smoothly around the load, increasing the radius on the critical edges and distributing the lifting forces over a wide area. The load remains undamaged. User-friendly handling of Secutex lifting slings guarantees an extremely high safety standard. With Secutex, even the most difficult lifting problems are overcome. When it comes to sharp edges, the Secutex protective sleeve is the first choice. The secret of protective sleeves is the excellent bonding of the Secutex coating that penetrates deep into the extra strong fabric, creating an inseparable compound. The result of the coating is a longer service life and perfect performance. Spanset lifting slings with protective sleeves allow easy and fast handling of heavy loads. It's as simple as this. Position the Spanset lifting sling to the crane hook and adjust the Secutex protective sleeve around the load. During the lifting process, the protective sleeve forms around the load and the lifting sling will move in the protective sleeve. There is no motion around a sharp edge. With a slight movement of the crane, you can turn the load to the other side. If you put the load down to the other side the same way, you'll be able to turn the load by 180 degrees. For safe turning, the lifting sling must be clearly longer than the protective sleeve. The Secutex clip-on sleeve slides extremely well. We therefore recommend the Secutex clip-on sleeve if you want to turn loads by 180 degrees. Nowadays, Spanset lifting slings with Secutex protective sleeves are a necessity when handling coils. The edges of the high-quality metal coils remain undamaged, avoiding complaints from your customers. When lifting heavy loads like concrete girders, The Secutex protected sling is the first choice. The surface of the concrete remains undamaged, and the lifting sling suffers no damage from the rough and sharp edges. Experts know about the user-friendly handling of textile lifting accessories. The lifting sling weighs 8 kilograms, including the protective sleeve. A comparable chain weighs more than twice as much. The Secutex protective sleeve prevents damage on the span-set round sling. You can fit the protective sleeve on the single or double part. For this application, we recommend the patented Secutex clip-on sleeve. Due to its slit on the rear side, you can mount the protective sleeve in no time. The span-set sling with the Secutex sleeve forms smoothly around the outline of the cargo. The span-set lifting slings enable you to lift loads of 300 tons and more. Have to lift such heavy loads, the lifting slings and protective sleeves offer optimum lifting capacity and safe handling.